Kwe, and welcome to the 2023 Powwow Pitch semifinals presented by RBC, Shopify, and MasterCard. Sunshine Tanasco and Indigenous Cause, and I'm the founder of Powwow Pitch. I will be your host for tonight's Powwow Pitch Health and Wellness and Innovation semifinals, where Indigenous entrepreneurs from across Turtle Island will pitch for their chance to be named the Health and Wellness Movement, Health and Wellness Services, and Innovations category winners. The winners from the Health and Wellness and Innovation categories will each win $1,000 cash and advance to the finals, where we will be giving away a total of $50,000 in cash prizes to help Indigenous entrepreneurs scale up their businesses. Thank you for joining us. Eight years ago today, I started Powwow Pitch with the vision of combining Indigenous culture and social innovation to create a platform to celebrate, showcase, and spotlight Canada's Indigenous entrepreneurs. Over the years, Powwow Pitch has supported more than 1,500 Indigenous entrepreneurs to take their businesses to the next level. And this week, we will support 130 more. 2023 has already been a landmark year for Powwow Pitch as we welcome incredible partners to the Powwow Pitch family, partners that share our values. Thank you to our presenting sponsors. Thank you to our silver sponsors. Thank you to our seed sponsors. Thank you to our collaborating partners. With their support, we have unlocked new opportunities for Indigenous entrepreneurs and grew our prize and grant pools to more than $200,000. This summer, 2,400 Indigenous entrepreneurs pitched live at Powwows and submitted their video pitches from across Turtle Island, from nations like the Salish, Inuit, Métis, Cree, Ojibwe, Anishinaabe, Mi'kmaq, and Navajo. We shortlisted the top entrepreneurs from each category and matched them with outstanding mentorship in the lead up to this week's semifinals. Every night this week, you will have the chance to watch Powwow Pitch semifinals pitch to our esteemed panel of judges as they compete for a place in the Powwow Pitch finals taking place on October 19th. Prizes include $1,000 for the winner of each category and a $1,000 for the People's Choice Prize, a $5,000 alumni prize, $5,000 for third place, $10,000 for second place, and $25,000 for first place. Each semifinalist has 1 minute for their pitch, followed by 2 minutes of Q&A by the judges. Judges are evaluating the entrepreneurs based on presentation, execution and follow-through, and the impact winning Powwow Pitch and the $25,000 would have on their business. Join the conversation online tonight using the hashtag Powwow Pitch. Let's begin by meeting tonight's esteemed panel of judges. Joining us this evening is Anthony Wingham, co-founder and owner of Nuez Acres. Renee Racine, head of digital design journeys and design operations at RBC. Christina Vilf, senior managing consultant and director of advisors, client services at MasterCard. Althea Wishloff, partner at Raven Indigenous Capital Partners. It's time to meet the Health and Wellness and Innovation semifinalists. Let's get started.
I'm Shaunessey, co-author of Dying to Please You, Indigenous Suicide in Contemporary Canada. Throughout my work in the mental health space, I have seen firsthand the impact that community has on people's physical and mental well-being. With this in mind, my business partner and I opened our yoga studio in October 2022, and since then we've welcomed over 400 yoga students and held several fundraisers raising over $1,000 for local charities and causes. We are the only yoga studio in the Miramichi area, and we stand out for a safe and welcoming environment. We have a wide variety of yoga classes, and we've recently introduced other group fitness options. Today, we seek your support to expand Sweet Sage and provide us with a permanent space. We can leverage $25,000 as equity and make it grow with a loan through Futurepreneur to ensure that we can acquire our own building and expand our ability to serve the community. With what we've already won and with donations received throughout the summer, We have enough to offer 9 free classes, which is something that we seek to do more of in an effort to reduce barriers and participation for all. By investing in Sweet Sage, you invest in community well-being. Thank you for your consideration.
Okay, fabulous pitch, really great.
Thank you.
When a community member comes and experiences your services, what's the one word you hope they go away and tell others about you?
Peaceful. Yeah, definitely that.
And thank you, Shaunessey, for this presentation. It's like really, I have a feeling that you answered all of questions that I could have. So for me, probably, I'm really interested to hear about what's your expectations, like not very long term, but for the next probably 6 months. So what you see as a goal that you could achieve in a half of the year.
Oh, that's perfect, because we just had a meeting about the next 6 months. So we discovered that people like series. So we're doing a few different kind of series over the next 6 months. We'd like to expand to offer more free classes through weekends and stuff like that. We have some retreats planned. I mean, we're just growing. There's so much demand, and we're just keep growing. If we have enough to start producing an actual building, then we'll start doing that. But until then, we're just going to keep people coming.
How about resources? Do you already have all the resources that you need to achieve your goals?
Sorry, I didn't get the beginning of that.
Do you already have all people resources that you need to achieve your goals?
Honestly, if absolutely nothing changed, we're absolutely perfect as we are. But if we had our own building, we could just be doing more. Because right now we can't do during the day and we can't do every weekend, but we work with what we have and we're happy with it.
Well, I won't ask you another question. I just want to say incredible work. Doing the first pitch is not great, not easy all the time. So incredible job, and
thank you.
Good job.
Sanche Kiowa, I'm Alana Cook, a proud Métis woman, a professional MMA fighter, and the founder of Walking Like Warriors Self-Defense. Did you know that in Canada, Indigenous women and girls are 3 times more likely to experience violence and over 6 times more likely to be murdered? It's a painful statistic and one we can no longer stand for. In 2017, a spark ignited my journey when I was called to teach self-defense to a group of young Indigenous women, and I discovered a serious gap in the self-defense industry, a lack of inclusivity, accessibility, and cultural safety. My purpose became clear, and Walking Like Warriors was born to proudly bridge that gap. Our workshops go beyond physical self-defense. They're about prevention, empowerment, and embodying the spirit of a true warrior. I would use the prize money to grow my team, develop a web series, create a website, and engage remote communities. With very little funding, we have held over 30 workshops and counting, and your support can help us continue to do this good work. But no matter what happens, our mission persists, a fire that cannot be quenched.
Done.
Awesome. Awesome.
Right down to the minute. Awesome. Thank you, guys.
Well, now that that's over, congratulations. Good job on your pitch. I've actually been on your side. So is there anything that you left out in your pitch that you wanted to share with the judges?
Oh, wow. Great question. I would just say that this has been a passion project of mine for a long time. I'm also a professional MMA fighter. I'm a doctoral candidate. I've had other commitments. So this support would really help me take it from a passion project to a full-time business. And you know what, if I have so much energy to give, and if I could really just give all that to this business, then the sky's the limit. I think I could do so much good work.
Alana, your presentation was awesome. Thanks so much for joining us. I'm curious, MMA obviously has its own rules and training of its own. How have you incorporated Indigenous ways of being in kind of like that prescriptive education?
Great question. So when I first did a self-defense workshop on my own, one of the first things, and this is a little edgy, but one of the first things I discovered was they would tell kids, if there's trouble, call the police. And as we know, in many Indigenous communities, there is a bit of there's not a good relationship with the police because of our history, because of intergenerational trauma. So just finding different language to use when I'm talking to people, to make them feel safe, to make them feel heard. I always start all my I start all my workshops with an opening circle. I make it very holistic. I invite elders to come in. We really make it an inclusive environment, and just making it accessible too. So a lot of places won't go to remote reserves. You know, they say it's too far to travel. I've slept on community room floors. You know, I've driven down 1.5-hour dirt roads because I want to bring the message to those people. And I think self-defense is a right for everyone.
Alana, you have an unbeatable energy. I'm just so impressed with your spirit and your drive. What's standing in your way outside of money?
I know that I'm good at what I'm good at, and I would like to bring in other people, you know, who can make that website. I want to build my team. And then something that, you know, self-defense industries don't target is they're not sustainable. They bring people in, they have their workshop, and then they leave. And that's called parachuting. And it's actually really, really bad for a lot of communities because they'll come in, they'll show them something, and they'll leave. So I want to create a web series so that even after I leave, they can watch that and they can learn new things and they can keep involved, right? Because I'm an MMA fighter. I train this stuff every day. And if I'm in a situation where I have to defend myself, I can sometimes freeze as well, right? So someone who just does one workshop isn't going to remember everything. So being able to provide that so they can constantly train themselves. So I would say what's standing in my way is just, again, having that access to provide that for people so that they can stay safe.
Take a few minutes just to be, taking a deep breath in and letting go. Imagine if you could hit a pause button every time you feel anxious, stressed, or overwhelmed. Take your time to decide what the best action might be. With practice, mindfulness can become your pause button. My name is Monica Romero. I am from Gila River Indian Community, and I am Akimo Atam and San Carlos Apache. I am the founder of Mo Yoga. Mo Yoga was created to be a stepping stone to those struggling with their mental health and wellness. My business is about fostering self-awareness, self-love, self-confidence, and it has made a difference in myself, working through anxiety, depression, postpartum. I primarily work with Hispanic, Indigenous women, mothers, sisters, daughters, and our aunties. And I would use the prize money to buy equipment, a trailer, and to support the collaboration with the communities.
Excellent.
So first of all, thank you for your amazing presentation. And I would like to ask, what was the most inspiring feedback you already got from your current clients? Something that helps you to move forward?
So it's been quite a few feedbacks from women in general who have gone through the same, whether it's anxiety, depression, postpartum, and helping women get up and out of their out of themselves and to find themselves in their healing journey. So talking to women who relate or that just felt in that moment that it feels amazing. I get goosebumps just talking about it all over again.
Well done. Thank you, Monica. I would like to know, what are you most proud of so far to date in your business?
Honestly, I'm really grateful and blessed for this journey. It's helped me. I am a mother of 3 boys. I'm a wife. I'm a daughter. And it's helped my family. My family now, we're all on a great healing journey together. And everyone outside of our family can see it. So I'm just, I now know the community knows what I'm about and what I'm trying to do. So just talking about it and using it in my life. I'm also a school counselor and I use it here with the kids at school.
Thanks, Monica. You mentioned that you're primarily serving Hispanic and Indigenous communities. Do you have a focus area in that, or is that just kind of happened naturally by virtue of who you are and where you come from?
That's kind of just happened naturally. I do have, here and there, African-American, Caucasian, all of that. It just trickles, but that's what I've naturally just seen. And again, there are mothers, our sisters, our aunties, who now come in and just relate.
Amazing. I love it. I love the woman focus. Thank you.
Thank you so much. I'm just so grateful for all of you.
Hello, everybody. I'm Vincent Star, host from Athabasca Chippewa First Nations, and I own 5 Star Boxing. I love boxing because it's invigorating, it's exciting, it's got a huge world stage, and it's just a simple art at heart. I also work at the school district, and I started teaching Indigenous youth in after-school programs, which led to a community hall on a local reservation. That community hall has Mondays and Fridays from 3:30 to 5 p.m. for classes right now. But in the span of 1 year, I've gone from 6 students up to 30 students. So I'm looking to expand the operations. With this money, I'm working with a realtor, and we found 2 spaces right now that are good space for a good price. I'm looking at renovations and also looking at marketing. With everything combined, it's probably around $16,000. And then the leftover income I would use to kind of float business for the few first months as it's growing and progressing. And yeah, so thank you so much for listening to this pitch. And any questions would be awesome.
Great job.
Amazing.
Thank you.
Well done. So you mentioned that you would use some of these funds for marketing. Do you have ideas around what kind of marketing you might do?
For marketing, right now, honestly, I don't have too many ideas. I'm going to connect with a business marketer pretty soon to get that ball rolling. And then yeah, that's where I'm at now.
Okay. Thank you, Vincent. I would like to learn more about who are your clients and how do you feel, how you help them to achieve their goals and how it helped them in their lives.
Awesome. So my clients right now are anywhere from the age of 10 years old up until adults, and our oldest member right now is 56 years old. And we've been helping them with health and fitness. I've been helping the younger students, the youth students, more with self-confidence and self-defense. And I've also been kind of guiding them with the characteristics built from boxing into planning for their futures as well.
Thank you.
Great job, Vincent. I was wondering, is it just you tackling all this yourself, or do you have a team?
Right now, it's just me tackling it all. Yeah.
That's a lot. It's a lot for you to handle on top of already teaching. My question is related to that, actually, Vincent. Are you hoping that this grows big enough that this becomes your full-time thing, or are you always hoping to kind of teach at the school board as well?
No, I'm hoping that this grows into a full-time thing. And then with the school board, I'm hoping to integrate boxing as like a regular PE like objective, or as like an ADST rotation for the students to use. Of course, thank you. I appreciate the time.
Yeah, don't have time for more questions, but I just want to say that was a great presentation, very clear vision. Thank you so much, Vincent. Good job.
Well done. Appreciate it. Thank you.
Hi, my name is Samantha Day from Listigage First Nation. I am the founder of Studio Self-Worth, an online-based coaching program designed for single and stay-at-home mothers wanting to level up in their professional and personal lives. I provide a weekly schedule, which includes live trainings such as Sunday meal preps. I offer group coaching for $50 a month, as well as one-to-one coaching with a duration of 12 weeks with a cost of $1,500. After college, I studied psychology. I found my passion for helping others understand the mind and how we can shift our own. I left home at 13 and was a mother before the age of 16. I am a survivor of youth sex trafficking, and through this, I lost my voice. My trauma is my why. I'm not only gaining my voice back, but I'm helping others gain theirs. I have a free community where I focus on building rapport and trust. My fiance has completed her certification in content marketing. Jump-ins. So sorry, guys. I'm still working on guest speaking.
Great job, Sam.
Thank you.
Great job. It's hard to do.
A lot of practicing, but I still sweat and jump-ins. I almost finished. I had one sentence left, but.
Okay, well, I was going to ask something different, but since you said it, what was your last sentence going to be?
Yeah, so what I would do with the funds, if I were to win, I would like to continue on with my education and certifications. And yes, my partner has also completed her certification in digital marketing. So she's going to be managing my content marketing.
Got it. So you're a powerhouse.
Yes.
Okay.
Thank you. Actually, I didn't know what to ask. I have a feeling like you told really a lot of things. So I would pass my word to Anthony.
I have a lot to say, so feel free.
Okay, so in this case, just in case you would have, I don't know, 20, 30 more seconds, what would you say? What else would you add?
So studio self-worth. So my target audience is single mother, like I said, single mothers, stay-at-home mothers who have like a lack of transportation, lack of like childcare. So, you know, they have we have issues attending the gym, attending sessions. So where I am fully online, that offers flexibility. So let's just say I was doing a live meal prep and a child, the mother's child happened to come into view of the camera. That's totally fine. We are child friendly. And where it is online, of course, that takes away the barrier of transportation.
Yeah, no, I would just add, if you want to share with us one of your biggest achievements so far today with your business.
Yeah, absolutely. So far, I've started my free community. I do have my free community, my clients only group coaching, as well as my one-to-one. So right now I'm focused on building my free community where I offer 2 lives per week. And right now I'm just focused on building rapport and trust with the ladies. And then, it can be intimidating to want to throw out your money right away to somebody you don't know. So through my content, I'm gaining the attraction to my free group. And then I work on building rapport and trust with ladies.
Well done.
Hi, my name is Michael Wesley. I'm a dietitian and founder of Indigenous Health and Nutrition Consulting. And I'm not just a dietitian, I'm a Gitsan dietitian. What sets me apart from other competitors in the market is my 2-eye-seeing approach that combines dietetics with Indigenous knowledge. I work with communities and organizations. My services are consulting for organizations, public speaking, nutrition education, and promoting Indigenous health. I've influenced organizations' approaches to Indigenous health that affects healthcare access for Indigenous peoples on the Northwest Coast. I've influenced dietetics training to be more inclusive of Indigenous health. My sales and marketing strategy is focused on building relations with key decision makers to acquire contracts. So far, I've invested about $10,000 into my business. In order for the business to grow, POWA funding would go towards purchasing equipment such as an A1C machine, computer setup, tech support, web development, marketing, and other streams of revenue such as activewear for our people.
Michael, I'm also Gitsan. It's nice to be here on the call with you.
Oh, you're Gitsan, that's awesome.
Yeah, great job. I'm curious, have you been working directly with Indigenous health services on community, or has it been, call it like more of like a traveling roadshow kind of engagement?
It's been a combination of both. I've been in operation for 2 years, so I've collaborated with organizations, health authorities, and worked in communities, and I also got into communities as well, just on my own through the business.
It's a unique proposition, not just dietitian, but to bring Indigenous knowledge into that service. Where did that inspiration come from? Did you see the gap and want to fill it?
Yeah, absolutely. There's definitely a huge gap between healthcare and Indigenous communities, and there's a lot of health disparities that I want to address as a dietitian. And I think Indigenous knowledge has a lot of potential to make that difference.
Thank you, Michael. I have a question. What are the main problems people are coming you with, and where you see the highest effect, where you can help people most of all?
I'm finding working with organizations higher level, making policy changes, even as I mentioned in my pitch, dietetics training. When I went through it, it didn't have anything Indigenous in it. Since then, I've helped them kind of reshape that where there's more Indigenous health in the program. I think that's where the biggest difference is, but I'm also very passionate to work directly with Indigenous peoples in the communities.
Incredible work, Michael. I really appreciate your pitch today. I was just curious, is it just you tackling this by yourself, or do you have a team?
One man operation, it's always been my vision to work with a team of Indigenous health practitioners. So.
Kwe Nindeluisin Wachkuanese, which means woman who embraces the first light. And I am a Mi'kmaq from Eskimo Bridge First Nation, and I am the owner of Jumi's Wellness. Jumi is short for Gijumi, which means grandmother, which is where I got my teachings from, the clan mothers. Last few years have brought many changes and some not so good. We have many hidden crises in my community, and as a mother of 3 and work with children for over 12 years, I want to help with Jumi huts, building more safe, confident, and comfortable spaces by the water for healing ceremonies, Jumi services, rites of passage, and other outside services to assist in one's personal journey at any age. I'm a recent UMB Wabanaki education grad, trained in aromatherapy and Reiki over 6 years. I've been offering my services part-time and other activities like canoeing, nature trails, and sacred fires, including in elders and health staff retreats in surrounding communities, and also doing other medicine picking and such.
Awesome job. Thanks, Shelly. Thanks so much for being here. I'm curious which communities and territories are your focus in the next year or so?
I'm focused still in New Brunswick here. I want to connect our communities together and try to help each other in all the different kinds of crises that we're going through right now. So building these bonds with others would help each other, and in other areas that we're not trained in yet. So.
I love that you're talking about my community, and it's very personal to you, clearly. How has your idea been received by your community?
I think my community is in real big crisis right now. So my family has a hard time getting help here. So that's why I'm jumping in and doing stuff like this to get out there more. And I do have other community members that around neighboring communities, that help support and do things to get me going in my dreams to help other people, and especially people here in my community. I don't know if I...
Yeah.
Shelly, do you have any ideas about how you can scale what you're doing? Do you have probably someone in your community who can help you to scale it?
Well, what do you mean by scale? Like to bring it out more, or?
I mean, like to probably to help more people to benefit from it.
Oh yes, I'm trying to I'm bringing out like more brochures and stuff, and I'm trying to help more people hands-on at markets and things to get more. Like I said, it's been part-time, and I've been also back and forth in my community. So I've been, I'm home now, so I'm trying to do a lot more and get out there to even our wellness center and to like other surrounding ones too, to help everybody, really, not just here, but.
Well done.
So tradition over addiction is healing, overcoming, passion, and empowerment. I travel all across the country to work with adults, youth, and elders to help them let go of what's not serving them purpose today in their life. So it's not only just empowerment, it's not only indigenized personal development, it's, like I said, it's healing, overcoming, passion, and empowerment. So it's helping the people find out what their passion is after they let go of what is not serving their purpose. So I also offer hip hop recording workshops, motivational speaking. I share my life story, and all these tools that I give, like If Better Is Possible, Is Good Enough, helped me become 14 years sober. So I know they work. I know that, and that's what I tell them. I said, you get what you put in. If you put in 50%, you'll get 50%. If you put in 100, you get 100%. So that's what I offer.
Awesome.
Thank you so much for sharing that with us. I would just like to know, if you were to win the grand prize, what would you do with the winnings?
I would use that to get to as many communities as I can, put these tools on gig sticks, like I said, If Better Is Possible, good enough, be, do, have, trying is lying, and give them a sample. So that's what I do with that.
Oh, thanks so much for all the work you do. So important. I'm curious if you always work directly with individuals or if you partner with other treatment organizations, rehab facilities, health authorities, etc.
I've been to jails, I've been to communities, I've been to schools. So I work with anybody who wants to better themselves or get their community to better themselves.
Yeah, that was really in line with what I was going to say is, I think you've got a lot of really communicatable pieces of motivation there. And I was going to ask, where do you deliver this work? So it sounds like in schools, et cetera.
Yeah, Indigenous communities. I've been to many communities all across Canada, and I've been back to many communities all across Canada. And it's been amazing. Mental health is huge, and especially promoting tradition, whether it be sweat lodge or going to the gym, whatever it is. Yeah.
Thank you for your presentation. Do you have any success stories from the recent months that you can share?
Yes, I just received an email from a young lady yesterday. I was going through a ton of distress like 2 years ago. She's graduated. She's a single mother. She went back to school, and she uses the quote, "If better is possible, is good enough," and don't let people live rent free in your head. And what other people think about you is none of your business. And she's been doing amazing. And that's just one of many messages I get. So, wow, thank you guys. Appreciate it.
Ani, I'm Carissa Anishinaabe Kwe, Eagle Clan from Mississauga, ancestor of European settlers, the Beothuk, the Innu, and the Mi'kmaq peoples, and I am the founder of Waterfall of Wellness, an award-winning holistic wellness brand that bridges the gap between the physical and spiritual by honoring the medicine wheel teachings. WOW encourages mindfulness, balance, and connection by providing holistic healing services, workshops, and products that support our community. Find me on social media at WOW Mississauga or visit Greater Toronto area markets. Today, I am seeking $25,000 for workshop and product development, including labels to better share the stories of our natural health products. Our top sellers are candles, lip balms, and oils. I am an intuitive artisan and conduit. In ceremony, I curate inclusive offerings that combine traditional medicines, aromatherapy, Reiki, and crystals. Through WOW, I am healing and reclaiming my well-being and my culture, being intentional and decolonizing my world by sharing my gifts and honoring my ancestors. You are invited to step into your waterfall of wellness to discover holistic healing with hidden gems. Chimigret.
Yeah, well done.
I stumbled right at the end there. I almost had it.
Thank
You
you.
wouldn't be human if you did. That's okay.
Thank you so much for sharing your pitch with us. Sounds like you got an incredible journey so far. I was just curious, are you doing this by yourself, or do you have a team that you're working with?
I'm by myself, one woman show, but I do have my mother who supports me at markets.
Good job.
Carissa, great job all the way through. What kind of people do you support the most?
So originally my intention was for new mothers, because 1/4 of new mothers are facing postpartum depression and anxiety. So I have a WOW Mom line that focuses on postpartum depression and anxiety, and mainly it did end up helping the whole family. Now that the pandemic happened, all these anxieties, stresses became more of a family affair.
Fabulous. Where did the idea for this business come from?
Out of necessity to support my own holistic journey and healing, I wanted to purchase my own products. I didn't have the available funds for it. So I started making gifts for family and friends. And then secretly, I started to do things that would help them. So I had a friend who was facing postpartum depression, and that was kind of what helped me to focus my line on that WOW Mom line.
Thank you, Carissa. It was an incredible presentation. I'm just wondering if you probably can share some good stories from your customers, seeing how you help them.
Yes, for sure. So I do work with one person who has multiple sclerosis, and from that I'm doing Reiki, but I'm also supporting them with products as well, so that they're able to do their self-healing at home in between and keep that maintenance while we're doing Reiki sessions once a month. So I'm able to keep it within their budget, but also supporting them fully. I'm always there with them, but I do have some friends who have become friends, I should say. They were clients at first, and then they've now become friends because we've just gained such a beautiful community. So that's something that's very important to me, is community.
Kwe, I am Cynthia Sewell, a social worker and an Indigenous Health Canada mental health provider, and the owner of Sewell Concepts Indigenous Perspective. My company is empowering communities and bridging cultures, is what we're all about. I offer social work and trauma counseling from a Mi'kmaq cultural lens, and I provide a safe, supportive environment for healing. My company hosts Mi'kmaq cultural best practice workshops for social workers and healthcare providers, building their cultural knowledge and skills. I also offer consultant services to guide organizations and businesses to ensure cultural appropriateness. A little over a year ago, I started with 9 clients, and the upcoming year I'm up to triple that amount, and that's through word of mouth. Securing a grant for my business is crucial. This grant would enable me to scale my operations, hire more dedicated professionals, and develop innovative programs and projects to address the unique needs of my Indigenous community. Creating a future with where diversity is celebrated and respected is what my company is all about. Well
done.
Fabulous.
Great job.
Did I get it in?
You did.
It's that 1 minute.
It goes fast for us too. Thank you so much for being here with us. One of my first questions is, I think it's so unique that you're training other healthcare providers, and I'm curious, are a lot of the healthcare providers Indigenous themselves, or do you see non-Indigenous and settler people also being interested in this knowledge?
That's a great question, because in the social work field, there's not many Indigenous social workers. So I've been a social worker in January, it'll be 13 years. Every position I've had, I've worked in child and family, I've worked in a hospital setting, I'm now in the education setting. I've always had to create the resources for the identity for Mi'kmaq clientele that I serve. I'm Mi'kmaq, I'm from the Mi'kmaq territory, and identity is so big. And for the Mi'kmaq people, we have some samenesses with our cultures, but we also have some differences. So my company kind of came out of that passion is, you know, I've been collecting this stuff for 13 years and it's very sporadic, and it's a lot of stuff that's out there is more pan-Indigenous. So a lot of my coworkers who don't know the culture or different cultures well, they have a very difficult time relating with my children. And it just came out of a need.
So outside of the funds that you need, what else is standing in your way?
Well, basically word of mouth, I'm doing pretty good. Like I'm getting, invited to more and more key places, but it costs money to produce. Like this little fella, Ishkeen, who's Mi'kmaq, means my little brother, a social emotional kit for social work. I have the cost breakdown, like it's close to $44,000 just for the book, and not even the other supplements. So that's where I got involved with Powwow Pitch. I have other grants I'm looking at because this is going to happen. But, it's expensive because I'm bringing on, I have to hire other people other than myself. Although I have the information, which is kind of, animators. Oh, it's a big endeavor.
Done.
Welcome to Equine Assisted Learning and Counseling. I'm Shannon Carroll of Saginaw, the owner, operator, and certified equine facilitator. Burton offers a more culturally based healing in an on-the-land, out-of-office environment. The programming is based around the 7 grandfather teachings and historical medicine wheel. Saginaw has provided endless support, beginning with the funding of my certified course, as well as providing me my initial clients. I have had many of areas, First Nation communities, reach out to Burton Acres for our resources, client care, and healing. I launched the business officially here. I began equine visits to the Eagles daycare of Saginaw. I have been certified since May, and I work full-time for Saginaw non-Witchgamick. Limitations include transportation of the equines to the facilities, as well as our northern weather, our limitations of the transportation of equines to the other facilities, as well as weather, while only having an outdoor arena. As a result,
Great work. Well done.
You did great. You did great.
You did it. Don't worry.
Well done. Okay, giving you back some more time, what would you like to add? Because I have a feeling like it was not enough time to describe everything you wanted.
It's just basically saying that I'm working full-time for our mental health and addictions in Saginaw, and time is a limitation. I've had multiple other First Nation communities around our area reach out to me to incorporate Burton Acres into their resources for client care and healing. And unfortunately, I haven't been able to provide that because I still have time because of basically limited funds.
Thank you so much, Shannon. Great job on the pitch. I've been in your position, so I know how full of anxiety it can be. I was just wondering, what would you use the winnings for?
It would actually go towards, in order to get a loan from Wabatech, which is they offer loans, I need to be able to put 5% down. And in order to put 5% down for my indoor arena, I would need at least $25,000.
And thanks so much for your time. It's daunting fitting everything you care about into 1 minute. Do you want to share a story with us about maybe a story of someone who's been so impacted by the work you do that you're particularly proud of?
Just recently, a group of 3 come to us from another reservation close to us, and there were 2 brothers included in the group. One was very nonverbal. Within his first meeting, he was very set back. He didn't want to participate. The younger brother was kind of encouraging him to take action and to participate with us. And eventually, it got down to the point where by the second visit, he wasn't only talking, he was asking questions, making jokes, and really connecting with his equine impaired teacher. And that in itself, I have a letter of support from his social worker, and it was just mind-blowing.
Yeah, it's so wonderful to hear. And healing is an all year round job, so I can understand why you want that indoor arena. Thank you so much. Great presentation.
How do you solve a problem that's rippled through generations? My own confusion with my health, I realized that it was embedded trauma within me. I want to share the message, this can be healed. My name is Dr. Sadie Laronde. I'm Anishinaabe from Tamagami First Nation and a professional chiropractor. This year, I founded the Butterfly Effect Healing because the Western model is missing pieces. Mental health, incarceration, hypertension, and so many more have a disproportionate effect on Indigenous people. Our collective trauma has a huge role in this. I'm currently bringing these physical healing tactics to people through online mentorship, and these funds will catalyze the national awareness of body-led methods to healing trauma, bringing it to the hands of our communities. My current clients have multiple 4-figure investments, bringing us around 400% profit per month. This subscription-based revenue is projected to reach 30 new clients over the next year and a growth of $90,000. My mission is to heal Indigenous trauma across Turtle Island. Miigwech.
Excellent.
Awesome.
Excellent, clear pitch with a good financial plan attached. I think that's fabulous. Give us an example of someone or a story that someone that you have recently impacted, a success story with the business.
So there's this woman who had this psychosis break when she was quite young, and it was really confusing as to why this happened to her. And we've gotten to the point where now she's off her medication, she's feeling regulated and thriving as an entrepreneur. So it's just so powerful.
Thank you. I really enjoyed your presentation. And I'm wondering, what's the source of your energy? What keeps you motivated to keep doing that?
Yeah, so for me, it's I had a lot of traditional talk therapy for some of the stuff I'm trying to understand and work through. And it wasn't until I started doing these body-led healing, regulating things that I actually found a difference. So I just know that other people need this kind of resource too. And it's so empowering because it's just right here and that's all you need. So that's been a main motivator for me.
Incredible story, Doctor. Thank you so much for sharing that. I'm curious, it sounds like you're profitable now. What would you use the winnings for your business?
Yeah, so I'm planning to do a research and connection trip with some Indigenous communities. So it does take time and finances to get out there. And I want to create specific marketing for them as well. But basically I just want to bridge that gap. How can I get these resources to them? And I have some great connections from my dad's work as well. Yeah, that's where I want to start basically, is my connections here in mostly Ontario and one in Manitoba.
Thanks so much for being here today. In, I guess, 15 seconds we have left. 5 years from now, what does your business look like?
I'm going to have multiple locations across Ottawa. I'm going to help people hands-on and then also bring this online coaching. I eventually want to have an app so people can have it in their hands. Yay!
Fabulous
idea.
My name is Ben Sickles from Oneida Nation of the Thames in Ontario. I'm a third-generation silversmith, a machinist by trade, and the inventor of the quick click saw jewelry bench pin system. I began silversmithing at a young age, training with my uncle Jimmy Sickles. I noticed the hand fatigue he suffered from holding down the metal while turning and sawing at the same time. That's why I developed the quick click saw. The system securely holds the metal in place, preventing it from lifting, allowing you to freely spin your piece as you saw. It has 19 interchangeable inserts that hold the metal and change out quickly. It's available in right and left-hand systems. The system relieves hand fatigue and improves your cutting ability by 75%. It's in final patent in the USA, and our website was recently launched. If I were to win the powwow pitch, I would invest the funds in marketing and trade shows. I've been using the system for over a decade, and I can say from my own experience, the system allows me to continue practicing my craft with my now aging hands.
What do you think? Is there a gap that this is filling that you can see quite clearly in this market?
Especially for beginners, it allows them to focus on the sawing and the pattern versus trying to hold it and turn it. It removes that coordination problem by allowing it to work so easily. It's this here.
Oh.
All right, so the piece slides out. That's holding your metal. You load your soft blade through it. It locks in place and spins. So the idea is to spin it as you saw.
Thank you for product demonstration, Ivan.
Yeah.
What are the challenges that you're facing right now?
Internet technical stuff. I'm not that great at promoting, so I'm looking to hire someone to help me promote. And
Oh, Ben, great. I was just wondering, Ben, is it just for metal, or can you use it for wood, or do you have any plans to maybe make it for wood?
They could use it for wood if they're hand sawing wood, or maybe wax patterns, but primarily for metal jewelers. Yeah.
And thanks so much for your presentation. And as Christina mentioned, the demo. So exciting to see the product. How do you manufacture your quick click saw today?
I have a company that does the CNC routering of the wood piece, and I have a 3D print farm here in my studio, and I have other 3D farms lined up in case I need it to boost production more. Along with,
awesome.
We can go injection mold as well.
Well done.
Great.
The name of my company is PregZen, which refers to my daughter, being pregnant with my daughter Jasenia back in 2010. I was bedridden, had sciatica and excessive water retention, could not bend down or lift my legs to put on my underwear. Regular underwear has to be put on the standard way, and that's a problem for those with reduced mobility. My patented solution, underwear that you can open, sit into, and fasten on the sides. We've got a sustainable moisture absorbing line that replaces the need for pads. They're great for bladder leaks, sweaty workout crotch, periods. What differentiates us from regular period underwear is you don't have to pull down your legs. You don't have to take your shoes or pants off to freshen up. We've also got an adjustable maternity line that grows with the tummy. Our underwear is inclusive. They're great for pregnancy, postpartum, post-surgery, wheelchair users, as well as the elderly. Our trademark slogan is, no more bending down to get your underwear up. Our underwear is also doctor approved. If I win the grand prize, I'll use this money to create a men's line, as well as an exclusive elderly line to honor and empower our elders to dress themselves with dignity and have an alternative to adult diapers. Thank you so much. Hi.
I love the real talk component to that pitch.
Thank you.
As someone who's been pregnant twice, I totally get that. I get that. And I think, you're right to call out all the many markets that are outside of pregnancy that this is viable for. I think that's fantastic. Is it just you right now running this business?
It's just me. Yes.
Okay. You need some help.
Yes, for sure. I mean, I'll definitely, right now, everything is done online. But I'll eventually need help with logistics, just like packing, shipping, stuff like that. Because right now it's just myself and my kids. We pack it, we ship it. But otherwise, I run my website, my social media. It's pretty streamlined. And I deal with my manufacturing companies to have them made. And so I've got it down. But it would be great to outsource certain departments for sure.
Fabulous. Very impressive.
Thank you. I really enjoyed your pitch. I have a question. what challenge, so just in case you would win this pitch, with what is the main challenge that this money can help you with?
For sure. So right now, because I order in small batches, in order to lower my costs, I have to order in a larger quantity. And so if I can do it larger, then I can also lower the price to make it more affordable to all those who would need it.
Thank you. Love it.
Thank you.
Incredible pitch. Thank you for sharing. I was just wondering, is there anything that you wanted to add or share with us that you didn't get the chance to share in your pitch?
Sure. Yes. I was invited to nursing homes in Florida, and that's where the idea for the elderly line came in. As you can see, this is my current underwear. It's got snaps on the side. So it's kind of like a snap on, snap off, really easy to put on and take off. And I've got the adjustable maternity line that grows with the tummy. The elders had a hard time with the snaps. So they're like, what about us and our fingers? So I want to create a line with Velcro and have it exclusive, because adult diapers still has to be pulled down. They're very uncomfortable. They get diaper rash. Same with pads. And that's why I see the need for that. And also going back to another nursing home in North Carolina. The elders just love it.
Thanks so much, Felisha. Great job.
Great job. And I love the way you're co-designing with your customers. That is fantastic.
Thank you. Thank you very much.
Beading is medicine. During the pandemic, beading became my medicine and a lifeline last year during a real time of need. From this, I realized I needed a beading board that could accommodate my mobility needs and my life as a busy mom. I saw a gap in the market and I realized that this could help others as well. Enter the Bougie board, patent pending. This is a beading board with a lid. It's portable, lightweight, and can fit in your bag just like a tablet. So you can take your beading wherever you are, on a plane, on a train, in the couch, or even in your bed. In November and December of 2022, I made my first batches of Bougie boards for in-person markets and sold out. In January 2023, I launched my e-commerce website and had immediate sales. While I grow this business, it's important for me to give back to the community. I'm going to host a free Bougie workshop for Indigenous youth this fall. I am a small batch creator, which means I'm scaling up this year by hiring and training Indigenous youth to help me with my production, to expand into new markets such as storefronts, and build a proper workshop. The 25 grand would allow me to do this. Miigwech.
Well done.
Love it.
I'll take a deep breath now. Whew. Got a little bit breathy there.
Don't worry, Desiree, we're now in the hot seat asking you questions and thinking of really good ones. What is if you had like your top storefront where you were in, what is it?
Right now, because I know there's a few really good Indigenous storefronts in Toronto, even Vancouver. There's one here, there's a few here. So I think there's one in Toronto that I'd really like to be in Indigenous storefronts across Turtle Island. And I definitely would have to do research for the United States, which is a market that like I know has so much beading in it, but I would like to expand into there as well.
Fabulous. Great pitch. And I love the product. It's so clearly useful. And I love that you sold out as soon as you got it online. I think online is going to be a tremendous sales force for you. Mm-hmm. How are you going to manage distribution? I mean, I imagine that your shipping is quite intense.
So right now I ship in Canada and I do the Canada Post $20 shipping anywhere. I find that to be quite handy. Now, I haven't actually shipped to the United States, so it would be a learning curve for me for sure. But I do find it, that is a very easy way to ship anywhere in Canada as a flat rate.
Okay. Really like when you told that you found the empty niche and you decided that, okay, like here is what you can do. So I really appreciate that you're listening to what real market needs. And my question is about, do you feel that you can expand your product range somehow, making some new products for the same audience?
Yeah, and that's what I'm most excited about as I grow, because I have lots of ideas. Like this came from a daydream, literally, and I have other dreams that I want to make a reality. So that's why I talked about building the proper workshop, because I'm working ad hoc here and there, asking, hiring out certain things. If I could have a proper workshop to innovate myself, it makes me excited just to talk about it.
Thank you.
I love that passion. Love it.
Hi, I'm Alan from Dawson Creek, British Columbia, and I'm proud to represent Métis Nation, BC. Today I'll present to you a magnetic tool holder I call Tradesman's Hand Grenade. My journey started after I had suffered a neck injury and needed surgery. I was not able to work long hours for days on end as a truck driver. Being the son of a roofer, I turned to roofing houses. Roofing is hard work, but it's all I had, and I could at the very least create my own schedule. I was looking for any comfort I could find, just to make my day a little easier. I was tired of constantly fishing my knife out of my pocket or having it slide off the roof. And wearing a tool belt just isn't comfortable when you're bent over all day. I needed a solution. I thought back to St. Patrick's Day, my grandfather's birthday, and how I used to draw green clovers and glue them to magnets for my daughters to take to school. And that is when Tradesman's Hand Grenade was born. What steps have you taken to date with your business? I've taken my business from an idea to a final product. I'm patent pending and trademarked in both Canada and the United States. I've just purchased and secured an injection mold manufacturer. I've also purchased and secured custom packaging made to replicate small wooden ammunition crates. Where would you like to see your business in 5 years? In 5 years, I'd see myself firmly in the Canadian and American market. I'd have strong online presence and an established brand. I'd have strong ties to the Wounded Veterans of Canada, where we would donate a portion of our sales in honor of those who sacrificed for us, like my grandpa Bruce. What makes your product or service unique? My product is unique. It's the first magnetic tool holder that's innovative in its application to work freely without belt straps or pockets. As cool weather hits, work belts and clothing become even more restrictive. It's fun and evokes conversation. People love quality and strong branding. Tradesman's Hand Grenade is the first of its kind. What are some of your biggest achievements? My biggest achievement is being a leader and mentor for my daughters, removing barriers and creating opportunities through perseverance, passion, and a sense of belonging. Achievement to me is seeing my daughters take my spark and turn it into fire. What have been your revenues this year? I'm in the final stages of development, sales starting 2024. What are your projections for next year? With a win in powwow pitch, I'd have the necessary resources for inventory, and I could come out before Christmas 2023. I believe if I can establish inventory and a strong online presence, I could sell 100 to 200 units per month, with a gross sale of $7,500 to $15,000, with a net sales profit of $5,000 to $10,000. Projected retail price of one unit, $74.99. Projected cost to manufacture, $27, even cheaper once buying power is established. Thank you.
Great work, everyone. Congratulations to all our semifinalists who pitched in the health and wellness and innovation categories. Thank you for courageously sharing your passion, purpose, and vision with us all. You're making a difference through your work, and we're so proud of you. Now's the time we've all been waiting for. Let's start with the health and wellness movement category, which was a very tight race. The judge scored, deliberated, and selected the winners and would like to acknowledge the runners-up. The runner-up for the health and wellness movement powwow pitch semifinalist is Vincent Star, founder of 5 Star Boxing. Vincent, the judges loved your energy and how much you have accomplished so far. They believe you're a role model and encourage you to keep going and pitch again next year. Great work. And the winner of the Powwow Pitch Health and Wellness Movement semifinal, who is also taking home $1,000 tonight and is advancing to the final, is Alana Cook, founder of Walking Like Warriors. Alana, you brought a magnetic energy to your pitch, and your vision for extending your business online resonated with the judges. Congratulations, Alana, for moving on to the finals and winning the health and wellness movement category. Now onto the health and wellness services category. The runner-up for the Powwow Pitch Health and Wellness Services semifinal is Michael Wesley, RD, a founder of Indigenous Health and Nutrition Counseling. The judges loved your pitch and how you've been incorporating your Indigenous knowledge into how you support your clients. Well done. And the winner of the Powwow Pitch Health and Wellness Services semifinal, who is also taking home $1,000 tonight and is advancing to the finals, is Dr. Sadie Laronde, founder of the Butterfly Effect. Sadie, you presented a very clear mission and delivered a strong pitch with a good plan and that the judges could get behind. Congratulations. Congratulations, Dr. Laronde, for moving on to the finals and winning the Health and Wellness Services category. Amazing work, Vincent, Alana, Michael, and Dr. Sadie, and well done to all of our Health and Wellness semifinalists. Now, on to the innovation category. The judges scored, deliberated, and selected the innovation winner. This was an incredibly tight race, so the judges would also like to recognize the runner-up. The runner-up for the Powwow Pitch Innovation semifinal is Felisha Crier, founder of Pregzin. Felisha, the judges loved how you worked so closely with your customers to incorporate their feedback. They love the inclusivity of your product and the presentation of your pitch and want you to keep going and return in the future. And the winner of the Powwow Pitch Innovation semifinal, who is also taking home $1,000 tonight and is advancing to the finals, is Desiree Streit, founder of Friday Night Beating Club. Desiree, the judges love the innovation behind the design of your product and the energy and passion of your pitch. Congratulations, Desiree, for moving on to the finals and winning the innovation category. Great work, Felisha and Desiree, and congratulations to all our innovation semifinalists. We need all of your products in market. Remember, if your favorite entrepreneur didn't make it through, you can still vote for them to win the People's Choice Award. The entrepreneur that receives the most votes by September 17th will receive $1,000 and advance to the finals. Visit powwowpitch.org/vote to vote now. Thank you, judges, for your support, excellent questions, and for selecting the winner to move forward for the finals. Please share your final reflections.
I was just blown away by the breadth and variety of these pitches, but most importantly, the passion, the personal stories, and the success that I can see to come out of these. Well done.
Thank you. I really enjoyed being here today, and I've seen a lot of passion from almost all entrepreneurs and lots of bright ideas and even real product demo. It was really amazing.
Yes, it's been an incredible day full of lots of energy and excitement, and I'm very honored to be part of this journey on many of the pitches.
I was so energized to meet and see all of these pitches today and to witness the dedication that these entrepreneurs have to elevating the well-being of Indigenous and Native American people. On behalf of Raven, we're really excited to see these companies progress and work with them in the future.
Thank you to our presenting sponsors, RBC, Shopify, and MasterCard. Our silver sponsors, Export Development Canada, the Indigenous Tourism Association of Canada, the National Association of Friendship Centres, the National Aboriginal Capital Corporations Association, Canada Post, Meta, Jelly Academy, Futurepreneur, Aritzia, and Raven Indigenous Capital Partners. Thank you to our mentors, volunteers, and judges for your support in bringing the 2023 Powwow Pitch online and across Turtle Island this evening. Thank you also to our executive producer, Victoria Lennox, our creative producer, Cyprian Shalankevich, our communications coordinator, Keely Thompson-Cook, and our programs coordinator, Brett Burrow, for bringing our vision to life. A huge congratulations to tonight's entrepreneurs for their passionate and compelling pitches. And thank you to our viewers tonight for cheering on Indigenous entrepreneurs through Powwow Pitch. Let's keep the conversation going using the hashtag PowwowPitch. Also, visit powwowpitch.org/box to learn about the 2023 Powwow Pitch mailer box filled with products from Powwow Pitch entrepreneurs. Join us again Monday, September 11th at 6 p.m. Eastern Time for the Professional Services and Trades category semifinals, and each evening next week from 6 p.m. Eastern Time on powwowpitch.org. Until Monday, I'm your host, Sunshine Snasco, signing off. Miigwech kpijayeg nong gomanakshek.